How are we doing? It's me, KG, RoughToBeBuffTV. I'm here to give you my final thoughts on how my vegan health experiment went. Going to, a very meat-based diet of eggs, poultry, meat, a lot of fish. I'm switching over to a plant-based diet. Immediately felt the effects of my energy being much higher. I was not as lethargic. I felt a lot less bloated. I did lose a little bit of weight. I think in the last 17 days or so, I went about 16 and a half full days of just going strictly vegan. Last night I had some pizza, some cheese, and a little bit of chicken. I didn't feel any negative side effects. So to answer that question, but I did lose about 4 to 6 pounds in the last 17 days or so. My energy was through the roof. I noticed that I wasn't having to take naps in the middle of the day, and I was feeling a lot less lethargy in general. And I also felt a lot more, I guess you could say, like mentally alert. I felt more mentally aware. Overall, really, really great. Probably the best that I've felt in a very, very long time. I'm somebody who's very in tune with their body, and I'm always analyzing how I'm feeling, my rest patterns, my water intake, what's going into my diet. Immediately noticing the effects in my energy levels as far as my endurance goes when I was doing my sprints or my high intensity interval training. I noticed maybe a very, very subtle dip in my strength, but I think that was mainly because I was in a very small caloric deficit. I normally, when I was eating a meat-based diet, was normally eating anywhere between about 2,300 to maybe 2,700 calories a day. When I moved over to a plant-based diet, I found myself eating less in calories, in caloric value, because of the amount of volume and the amount of fiber that I was having. I feel like I was much fuller for longer, and I did need to drink much more water. Sometimes my fiber was getting up to anywhere from 50 to 80 grams a day. So if you guys are going onto a plant-based diet, a lot of those fibers are water soluble. You're gonna need lots of water for those to digest properly and for you to have keep up regular bowel movements, which I was having super awesome bowel movements for those of you guys that are concerned. So I was crapping efficiently. I did get a little bit leaner. I'm gonna show you maybe some comparison videos to what it was 17 or 18 days ago and what it is now. Like I said, it was like a 4 to 6 pound weight loss. I do feel a little bit more vascular. My waistline does feel tighter. And in general, I think I look tighter. My face looks a little tighter. I just feel better in general. Now, this isn't to say that this is strictly because I went on a plant-based diet. I was in a caloric deficit, a very, very small one. So for those of you guys that are looking for long-term lasting results, you need to be in a small caloric deficit on a daily basis. For those of you guys that are creating too big of a deficit too fast and are looking for extreme weight loss success, with extreme weight loss success also comes an extreme rebound. So I would recommend to anyone that's looking to get into any nutrition program a small caloric deficit every single day, meaning that you're burning just a little bit more than you're taking in. So I am down to about 209 pounds or so with clothes on. I think if I were in my birthday suit, I'd probably be around 206 or 207. I started this at about 214, 215. So hopefully the pictures do it some justice. You can see the before picture here and then the after picture. Overall, this has been a really, really fantastic experience. I've learned to cook a ton of different recipes. Thank you and shout out to Minimalist Baker. That's where we got a lot of our recipes, where Danielle and I got a lot of our recipes. Also a huge shout out to my girlfriend, Danielle Madden. You are an absolute saint, beautiful wizard in the kitchen. She put a lot of these meals together. I was really well fed. And so thank you for just putting in the time and effort and being so supportive. And for anyone else that's looking to get in a plant-based diet or looking to get on any type of new nutrition program, it's really, really extremely important that you guys have the supporting cast around you to be very, very successful, whatever it may be. It's very difficult to find success if you don't have a good supporting cast around you. So thank you so much to my girlfriend, and also to a lot of you guys, my subscribers, my clients, my friends that left really positive comments, liked my videos, watched and tuned in, had questions, DM'd me questions, and I'm glad that I'm creating a channel and a resource for you guys here at RoughToBeBuffTV, where you guys can come and find applicable, useful knowledge to help you get in better shape absolutely for free. As far as what I'm going to be doing moving forward with my nutrition, I've had a lot of questions. Kyle, are you gonna stay vegan moving forward? I feel really great. I haven't really had any cravings except for maybe 1 or 2 times in the last 2 weeks to have meat. So I'm gonna try to keep this vegan thing going as long as possible. I had a little bit of chicken and cheese yesterday, and honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I wasn't really craving it. I took my niece and my nephew out to Blaze Pizza to get a bite to eat. Figured I'd have a little cheese and chicken. I didn't feel horrible after, but I do know that switching over to a plant-based diet, I do feel phenomenal. This is probably the best that I felt in my entire adult life. I will say that. Leaner and more energetic and just feeling more in tune with my body in general. A few things you guys want to think about moving forward if you are doing a plant-based diet. Make sure that you are supplementing some B12 and some iron, because those can be deficiencies that you can come across if you're not getting those into your diet. This isn't to say that I'm going to be strictly vegan for the rest of my life. I'm a person of balance. I enjoy sushi. I enjoy a good In-N-Out burger here and there, but I want you guys to know there are tons of options out there for you. Vegan Nirvana. I want to give a huge shout out to Vegan Nirvana, my favorite vegan restaurant in Huntington Beach, California. So if you guys are looking to try high quality vegan food, Vegan Nirvana in Huntington Beach is the place to go. I believe they have like 700 something reviews on Yelp. Phenomenal service, phenomenal food, phenomenal environment, great place to go. Also, Healthy Junk in Anaheim. Shout out to Healthy Junk in Anaheim. Always really good food, and they got a bar right next to their restaurant, so if you want to get a cocktail or some beer, always a bonus. There were vegan options as far as Veggie Grill. I think that was in Tustin for my USA weightlifting certification. I went there 3 separate times to get some meals. Completely vegan restaurant, and there also were vegan options at Yard House. So if you guys are looking to get into a plant-based diet, make sure that you guys do your research, that you study and you prepare. Get online, Google, there's a ton of free information out there. Don't sit on your butt or go pay someone to tell you. You can find these things out for free just by watching channels like this or just being thirsty for knowledge in general. Make sure that you prepare. If you want to cook certain meals, look up those recipes, buy those ingredients, and start getting to it. There's a few negatives of this. You're probably gonna be farting a ton. I farted a ton in the last 2 weeks, and that's just a small price to pay when who doesn't like their own brand? Lots and lots of dishes. You guys are gonna be cooking more. And then be prepared for the funny looks. People are gonna make fun and say, hey, you can't eat meat, you're eating all the grass and leaves, you're eating all the animals' food. Screw those people. And if they're not gonna be supportive, get rid of them. I feel fantastic on a plant-based diet, so don't let anyone tell you different. And if it's something you truly wanna do and you wanna follow in your heart, then stick to the game plan. And I'm feeling probably the best I felt in a very long time. So I will be sticking probably 90% plant-based moving forward from here. I wanna thank all you guys for tuning in on this vegan health experiment. I lasted about 16 and a half days, and I'm gonna keep it going strong pretty much as long as I feel like I need to. So thank you so much for tuning in, watching, liking, subscribing. I'm KG. This is RoughToBeBuffTV. We have completed our vegan health experiment. I'll see you guys next time on my next vlog. Take care, guys. Peace.